Ladies and gents, I am beyond excited. After several years in early access, the game that actually inspired Manor Lords is coming for full release in a couple of days. On the 31st of January 2025, Foundation is coming out in full release. We're gonna have the whole game. And there's even more reason to be excited because there is already a free demo that is available for you to test this full release. Obviously, not all the functionalities will be there, not everything is unlocked in this demo, but you can definitely get a feel for it, and you're gonna be able to discover it today with me. And then, in a couple of days after, when we have the full release, I can guarantee you we will do a full let's play of this new full release, because there's a lot of new exciting things coming. But to recap, Foundation is an amazing gridless city builder or even kingdom builder, because the map is pretty big, and as I said, it's gridless, so you can really have a lot of freedom. When your people walk on the path, they actually create the road themselves, and you have a lot of modular buildings that offers tons of replayability and tons of fun, right? You can create, for example, a big manor house, and my manor house is going to be very different from yours. So let's dive right in. As I said, this is a pre-demo. You can find the link in the video description below. We're going to create a new game, and right off the bat, there's a lot of amazing things here. Your first step creating any game is going to be to select your mods. So yes, there is a mod loader, they support mods for sure. Even in early access, there was already a lot of mods, in particular for the customization of those big buildings that I mentioned. Then you select your map. And again here, a lot of amazing things. It's not just one or two maps. You have infinite map generator, you can randomize like this. You can also select yourself, I want maybe a bit more lake, I want maybe a bit of slope, yeah, that's looking good. Then you move to selecting your rules, right? What do you want let's say the difficulty to be, and you have, as you can see, quite a bit of few options to select. Then we're gonna have also the aspiration. This is something not in the demo, but really good in the full version. And then last but not least, you can choose if you want to be a baroness, a baron, brother, sister, lady. I think we're gonna be lord, gamer, consultant. And our village is going to be Curdelis. Oh, I like this. This was randomized, but this is definitely good. And you can choose, your shield, your emblem, right? You can choose quite a few things on it. Again, a lot of great stuff here, even before we even start. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below if you have any questions, thoughts. So I'm sure many of you have already played Foundation in the past, and hopefully you're going to see a lot of changes, both in terms of the gameplay, but also the visual. I'm going to show you right away the visual. A new beginning. After a long journey through the realm, your people finally reach new lands, your lands. Territories you can settle for reasons of your own. Your villagers await your command. Yes. So let's take all of this out. But yes, as I was saying, look at this level of detail. Look at this beautiful level, and you can zoom so close, it's crazy, right? This is not Manor Lord type of graphics, but it is still in its own, style. So beautiful, so beautiful. So anyway, you can, as I said, move across. There's many, different kind of camera options, including this one. Look at this. You can press F and R to change the tilt of your play. That is a really good option that we should have a lot more of. We're gonna need to choose our territory, so give me a second to check out the map. And this is just our starting territory. We're going to be able to purchase it, and then we'll be able to purchase all the other one, expand a lot. That seems good, there is some stone, there is some berries, there is some wood, and there's also a bit of space to create my city. So I like it. Let's continue. We're going to obviously want to build some buildings, starting with a small village center. I mean, it is basically nothing. So I'm not gonna put it, let's put it over here. You can rotate, you can move, a lot of things. For this one, that's not so important, but here it is. I have my people, and each of them has a name, all right? So we can change that. We're gonna change that to my daughter's name, Emma. Done. So here is Emma. She is free, she's unemployed, and she's very unhappy, happiness 0, because she's getting nothing. That makes sense. But yeah, each of your people, are individually simulated. They have a name and everything. So let's get started. We're gonna want to organize people into workers, right? And this is not just the typical thing. There's a bit of RPG there too, which is that the longer somebody has a job, the better they get at it. And I think this is really important. I don't know why we don't have that in more games. So let's get started with the builder's workshop. This is, as its name says, it's just going to help you build other stuff. That's the first one for sure. You can press Alt, as I mentioned before, to rotate. Right? And in particular, you can see the entrance, right? This white arrow here. Let's put that here, and here it is. Now this one, very easy, it's built right away. All of the buildings after, they're gonna take some resources and some time to be built. So that's gonna be also important. We assign 2 people to work there, and we can right away go to the lumber camp. So the lumber camp, obviously, we're gonna want probably to put it not too far away from wood. I think over here, that sounds good. Let's rotate again, maybe like this. Okay, and yeah, it takes 2 tools to build this one, as well as 10 of money. So I'm gonna do that, and you'll see one of my worker, it's taking a couple of tools, and they're going and they're gonna build it. So we can press plus to increase the speed. It is, the building slowly but surely. And now we're gonna put a couple of people working there. Let's go crazy, put 3 right away, so that they cut some wood. But to be able to cut some wood, we need to tell them which wood to cut. We can actually choose. So we're gonna definitely cut all of this wood here, and there. Actually, we can go pretty crazy. I'm gonna cut all of this. Okay, next we want to have potentially a forester camp that's going to reforest. But we're not going to build that right away, because I actually do want to take all of these trees out to have space. And we have also the gathering hut. So this is for berries, right? That makes sense. So here is the entrance. Again, we can rotate it, maybe somewhere over here. Okay, and this one does cost 10 wood, so it's a good thing that we have many now. I'm playing on fast speed because, this is a demo. I'm showing you the game. It's not about all about optimization today. But yeah, they're building it slowly but surely. You can see here, they've already delivered 10. Is you can see which builder is coming. Like Emma is coming to build now, and it's almost done, right? So that's good. And as soon as it's done, we can also assign some workers there. There is internal storage in each of those buildings, like 50 and 50. But of course, in the future, we will also get actual storage, right? Like warehouses, if you wish. Now those trees, as you can see, they have disappeared, right? If we don't have a reforester, they will be gone. They will be gone. Okay, let's, what's the next mission? We just finished gathering food, and we have a new mission, which is needs and happiness. Now, I mentioned that Emma was pretty unhappy with 0% happiness. That's obviously not sustainable. We need to make sure that we start giving them things like food, a house, those type of things, right? This will also help with immigration. Now, talking about, you can click on the people, right, to see them, the essential need and the additional needs, like refined food and services, right? Additional needs, they can be fulfilled at your own pace. It's less critical, right? But anyway, the key thing that, again, makes this game pretty different from many, and I think fully great innovation, is that instead of having to place a couple of houses in a grid, no, we're gonna paint an area, a bit like also in City Skylines, but City Skylines is still a grid, right? But here, it's not a grid. We're gonna say, for example, go all the way over here. Yeah, I mean, we can say that this is a place for people to build their own house. They're gonna want to build their own house. And then they're gonna want also services, of course, but here it is. The first house is starting to be built by Swan Nilda. Second one over here, now it does cost some wood, so they're going to take some wood from the village, but they're building it themselves. I'm not telling them. There is another one there, another one, and there is ways to control that a bit more in the future. I'll show you that maybe today or maybe in the full let's play, but you see this is sort of the basic concept. Stone cutter, we see a stone deposit over here. We also see this, let's call it brown radius. This is basically, noise or pollution, right? Like, it's not attractive. People don't want to live next to this. But I do think we will actually put it here, even if it's slightly close to the house, because the deposit is just here. We also have, those buildings there. So I think it is pretty perfect place, honestly, to put it. So let's go. I'm gonna put it there. It costs some resources, and yes, we need this stone because for the market, not for the market, sorry, for the well, we need 5 stone on top of the 10 wood. I can still build it. Look at this. We're gonna put it right in the middle right now of my mini town, and the building is here. We can see 10 wood. It's yellow. That means we have enough. It just needs to be delivered. The stone, on the other hand, it's red because we don't have any. Right? Another small thing, sorry, I didn't show you, is that each of the workers, based on their job, they're also going to be dressed differently. You can see the berry pickers there, right, foragers. They have this hat, right, and also this backpack of berries. Versus the workers for the stone or the wood, they're going to be different. So this is another small thing, but really cool. And by the way, here is what I mentioned before, right? That right now, Sabelina, she's a forager level 1, but slowly but surely it's increasing, right? You can see it. And we can also see how far our house is. Obviously, people don't want to have a house too far from, their workplace. Starting to have a couple of houses there, that's great, that's great. With this, my happiness is slowly but surely increasing. So again, that's great. And yeah, I think we are done, no, almost done with the stone cutter. You can prioritize it, right? Maybe I build other stuff and I want to make sure this is prioritized. You definitely can. So it is. I put a couple of people, 3 people to be precise, to work over there. And we have now 0 unemployed people. So we may want in the future to take also 1 out or not, but for now it's fine. We also have a lot of wood and berries, all good, all good. They have been using quite a lot of wood also to build all of those houses, but we won't have to build many new houses soon, right? We have 10 villagers right now, we have 5 houses, 2 people in each of the houses, that makes sense. Now also looking at those houses, you can see that the quality and the density of the house can be improved. It can be improved. If you wish, this is a level 1 house, it can be improved into level 2, into level 3, by having a desirable neighborhood, beautification, and a commoner residence. So it's a residence that has been upgraded too. So again, there's some RPG elements there. And if we really want a high quality housing, right, we're gonna need to upgrade to citizen and a paved road. We're definitely not there, but again, so much depth into this game, but at the same time, pretty easy to understand, I think, right? Now, multi-part buildings, this is what I mentioned before, that you will be able to have, right, not just simple buildings, but multi-part buildings. The first one is the market, but very soon we'll also unlock the manor, which is really where it starts becoming interesting. So the market, right now we only have access to 2 things, the food stall, which is where, you're gonna put certain food, and the rustic market tent, which you basically put on top of a stall, and it will protect the merchandise. So in practice it is actually increasing the capacity by 20. But yeah, let's put this market. We could potentially put it in the village, but I think we're just gonna put it over here. And by the way, if you hadn't noticed so far, I think now you can clearly see that they're really starting to make roads by themselves. I haven't placed a single road. Now we need to make sure we put it in the right, I always do the wrong, no, I think yes, this is the right orientation. So people will come here and buy the food, it's fine, let's build it. And while this is happening, I can also show you this rustic market tent. So we're gonna be able to attach it after we build this. In this one, I think you have to wait. Why doesn't it? Oh no, sorry, this is first, not that what I wanted to do. Yeah, if you go over here, by the way, you can edit it, right? I can move, rotate again, etc. If you move it, you probably will have to repay some resources, but that's life. And it is. Now we have unlocked, the capability of putting on top of it this, which costs some resources, but I'm here to show you everything, so all good. We need to assign somebody to work there. Unfortunately, as I mentioned before, we have nobody left. So let's take 1 person out here and send her there. And we can also decide what resource we should sell basically here, right? We only have berries right now, so that's easy. But in the future, you'll have, fish, bread, and others. And it is. You can see the berries. You can see my, how do you call that? She's a market tender, okay? And she's getting somewhat happy, right? She has water, she has housing. Soon she's gonna eat some food because she just went to get some food over here, right? So we can actually see it, the capacity 30, there's 27, 3 has already been consumed by some people. So yeah, my happiness is definitely increasing now very quickly, very quickly. We do need to get it to 75, but I think that should arrive pretty soon. As soon as everybody is eating, basically, we should get there. And we need to assign, everybody a job. We've done that, so all good there. Now, obviously, there will be also some menus in the future to show you, who's working where, etc. But given that this is the tutorial, right now it's locked, but don't worry, it's coming very fast. Okay, we finished this one, encouraging immigration. And indeed, as you can see, we have now unlocked immigration, which, by the way, you can disable if you want. Right? But yeah, we have high immigration right now, so pretty soon we'll probably have some people that will come. We have also a next mission, which is profiting from trade, right? We need to start selling to make some money. We have over here our coins, but our coins are going to be used, I've already showed you that you need them many times to build buildings, but more importantly, we're gonna need it for the research tree. So yes, let's definitely do that. Actually, this is where the research tree comes into play. We have over here prosperity. We only have 2 right now because my city is small, I only have 1 territory, etc. But you're gonna want to increase your prosperity because if you go into progression, which is basically your research tree, pressing here or Control P, you will see this. Now, this is just the common path. We will unlock more just now. This is the basic, right, of the production. You'll see, for example, storage over here, fishing, village fence to control movement. And all of these, they are available as soon as you have 0 prosperity. So that's easy. All of the one here, you need to get to 10 prosperity. This one 50, this one 100, etc. And as you see here, it costs money, 25 to unlock the storage, for example. But here it is, we've done it, we've unlocked it, great. So now we have a few new buildings. We have a few new buildings, including the warehouse, but we also unlocked just before the sawmill. And by the way, we're starting to get quite a few buildings over here, but don't worry, you can, you have some filters. For example, these are my logistic building, these are my resource building, my food production, etc. And you can also search, right? So for example, I can say berry, and here it is. No, I have the lumber camp. Oh, because lumber, okay. So you do need to know quite well the names, but you can find them. And this is actually exactly the one I wanted, the sawmill, right? To transform the wood we're cutting into planks. I think we are actually going to continue putting it on this side. We are cutting more and more trees, so at some point we're gonna need to either move the lumber camp or start reforesting over here, so they don't have to walk that far. But there's still, some time before we get there. They can still cut those trees, these trees, and of course they will tell me when there's no more trees for them to cut. They're smart, my people. They're smart. The berry is full. No, it's not full. Wait, what's happening? No, it is full. It is full. We have 56. Okay. Okay. Oh, and we have the first immigration. Look at this. These are people that want to join. They're asking, do you want to accept them? You click like this, they have joined. If you don't click, they will leave. But we'll definitely do it. There's still space for a few more houses there without any problem. And this will enable me to continue growing my production, in particular put some workers on the sawmill. So loving that, loving that. So we need the sawmill to make some planks, and then they want us to build a warehouse. I always forget. So this is this one. I think we're gonna put it on this side. Yeah, like somewhere over here. Let's go, done. We could also potentially build a granary, right, to have more food, but I don't feel like we need to. We have some food. The reality is warehouses and granaries are a bit more, you want to trade. If you just want enough to sustain your population, you don't really need more storage. We already have storage over here. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna take obviously a minute, right? First of all, we need to deliver 10 stones and 20 and then build it. Let's put 2 carpenters there. So that should use all of my unemployed people, if I'm not mistaken. They just need to work there. Yeah, it is. And they're gonna start working. And by the way, again, there is animations pretty much everywhere, right? You can see the animation here. I know I'm playing in fast pace, but still, hopefully you can have a good look at this. There's more immigrants coming. Great, great, great. For this one, we do need 15 planks. So we need this one to work, full capacity. So let's take more people and let's start accepting them. Okay, we do have some wood, but now I think we're going to use a lot of it. So we may want to also build another sawmill or lumber camp. There's also the potential of upgrading them in the future. Here it is, lumber camp improvements. But we do need 10 prosperity, so we don't have that yet. Okay, so looking at my wood, yeah, it seems to be probably decreasing a bit soon. So I think what we're gonna do is now put another one over here. And this is also probably where I'm going to build a reforester, which is here, the forester camp. Alright, let's rotate it. Okay, like this. And we can tell, actually, I don't need to put one less here and one more there. Okay, good. So this is a woodcutter, by the way, is already level 2. Love it. Their houses are starting to be a bit further, but not too bad either, so it should be fine. Should be fine. Yeah, so I still have one unemployed person, so I can put it on the forester camp as soon as it's built. And you're gonna see that you can even choose again where to reforest. I think this is really powerful. We still haven't cut that tree there for some reason. This is because it's very far. You cannot cut, tell them to cut in a territory you don't have, which makes sense, right? Makes sense. So anyway, now I'm gonna tell them to cut all of these, but I'm also going to tell them to reforest this area. This area should always stay with trees, basically. Okay, we need one forester. And in my experience, one forester with one forester camp like this is good enough for a good lumber camp, with 2 people, 3 people working there. So we should not have a problem. Okay, yeah, we're still waiting for the warehouse to be finished slowly but surely, but we actually have the 15 planks, so it's just about some builders finishing it. We're waiting for a builder now. Okay, that's good. And 2 more people coming. We still have space for, I think, at least 1 house, and frankly, can probably then put another one on this side, and then maybe also one here, because we can delete this lumber camp soon. Okay, so it is. We have the warehouse. We do need also somebody to work there, right, to move the goods from where they are to the warehouse, and potentially also to somewhere else. And we can assign which resources should go into the warehouse. So again, great quality of life. You can decide to have only planks, for example. You can decide also what is the limit, right? Like stock 400 of planks. That's probably going to be a bit much. So let's just do that. It accepts planks, right? We may also want to accept something else, but for now it's fine. Okay, maybe let's not put anything. Okay, as I was saying before, we have now unlocked, the statistic menu. This is your royal book. Curdelis, Lord Gamer Consultant, right? I aspire to relax and play. That is so true. That's my dream. But yeah, this is my village overview. Then we have the trade routes. Right? In the demo, most of them are locked, but one of them is not. So we can unlock it if we have 20 of planks, and then we'll be able to buy and sell different items for different money. We have also over here all of my resources, what resource do we have in the town? Also trying, do I want to track it? Do I want to stockpile it, etc.? We have the villagers, all of my villagers. I can click on them to see also their details, I can see where they are, I can see where their houses, their workplace, you can see it all, right? We can see the levels, right? Builders already level 3, some are level 2, etc. Their happiness, and also if there's a problem. For example, maybe, they don't have food or those type of things. We can see also all of the buildings, right? All of my productions, again, you can click here to find it and see how many people are assigned there, right? That's really powerful. And again, I can just click here and add or remove some people and the status. Is it working fine? Or maybe, it is full, maybe it is missing the raw material, etc. The budget, right? How much have we spent and on what? And last but not least, the log of everything that's happening. So again, I know, I'm repeating myself a bit, but this game has been in early access for a while, and it shows because they have thought about a lot of things. There is a lot of depth, there's a lot of quality of life improvements that are there. So it is a great one. I'm really excited for this full release. 2 new immigrants, let's text them. I think we still have space here, and as I said, maybe we start expanding the town also on the other side. Including all the way here, and including, I think we can also potentially move the builder's workshop on this side. Let's actually do that right away. I'm going to click on it and just move it there. Okay, it's gonna cost 1 of money. That's not too bad. This way I really have space here for one other house if need be. Okay, we have a couple of people doing nothing, and we're supposed to do planks. Well, we have 3 people already on planks. Maybe I'll put another transporter, and I'm going to put 1 more person on wood, because look at this, we are very low on wood. Very low on wood. But the forest is growing nicely over here, right? So I'm happy. Okay, 1 more plank and we'll have enough to open the trade route. So that would be nice. I do feel like sometimes, I don't know if it's just me or what, but there's in many games I feel like I would want a 5-speed play. But we'll survive in 3 speed. Berries, we still have quite a bit of berries over here, so that's fine. At some point we may want to move it, but for now it's okay. We have reached 21, so let's open again with tab trade routes. unlock it. And again, RPG elements, right now it's a level 1 route, or if you wish, the sort of relationship that we have with the city is level 1. So we can only transport, 25 of volume per visit. And if we increase this, then in the future we could do more. So that is also really powerful and cool. And then the thing we do need to do too, is we go into our resource, and we're going to say for the plank that we want to sell everything above a certain value. For example, we could say sell everything above 10. So we want to make sure we have 10 in reserve. And then if, let's say, I have 15 in reserve, they're going to sell 5. So that is good. Now, I do think it may take a minute before the next one. But let me take these guys and see the manor house. Oh yes, that is great. You've made great stride recently. A light-hearted woman recognized your progress and thanks you on behalf of her folks. To help manage the village and enact new mandates, she suggests building a manor house with a great hall. Let's put this advice into practice. So they also tell us to buy another territory. It's a good question. Which one should we buy? We have this one. There's a big rock, so probably not a great idea. This one, we could expand, I guess, our city. This one is not great. A lot of water here. This one is not bad, but it's just a bit far. So I think we're just gonna take this one. It's pretty easy. And with this, we have 11 of prosperity now. So we've unlocked quite a few things. You can see a lot of other elements there. And if we go into progression, you will now see multiple trees. As I said before, it's not just the common path, but there's also labor, kingdom, and clergy. And in the labor one, we have the manor house. So let's unlock that right away for sure, given this mission. We could also potentially unlock others, right, like the lumber camp improvements. We'll do that a bit later. First, let me show you this manor house. So the manor house, as I said before, this is really the first time where we're going to have really truly modular building. So my manor house will look different from yours, I guarantee you. For the manor house, you can do also a couple of different things in the manor house. We can rename it, right? We can rename it Casa de Gamer. That's the manor house, and we can choose, should it be a great hall, should it be a tax office, should it be both? But for now, they want us to be a great hall, right? So we're gonna create a first building, if you wish. There's multiple that we can choose from over here, and this is also really where the modding community goes wild, right? But let's put these. I feel like we need to put it here. So let's go. We're going to put this first building, and as I said, obviously you can rotate it, but more importantly, you can choose how tall it should be. Of course, the taller it's gonna be, the more cost. You can see the cost at the bottom there, like right now 30 planks, 15 of stone, and 4 tools. If I make it a lot bigger, now it's 80, 30, and 9. Right? So you have to keep that into consideration. You can obviously change that also into the future. Let's make it average, right? Small average size. Then I think having a small tower makes a lot of sense in the top, and the tower should be a bit higher than the main building. A chimney, maybe in the back like that. We are gonna want also weather vane. That feels good. Feel like a passageway. Good question. Maybe on the side, but this is how you get into the garden. We need a visitor location, right? This is where people will wait to come into the house, and I feel like they should wait to come into the house here. Maybe it doesn't make a lot of sense, but yeah, they should wait here. And then we need a door. We have the simple entrance or the large minor entrance. I'm not that rich right now, so let's just this one for now. And with this entrance, you can see that now they have access, right, to this building and to the tower. In the future, if we put another building or in the back, right, we may have to put other entrances. And again, this is where the modularity comes into play. We're gonna unlock more of these in the future, right? This is just the start, but hopefully you can see the power of this functionality, right? It's really, really cool. Let's build it. It's gonna take time, right? 74 plank, 35 stone, and 14 of the tools. This is definitely quite a bit. There is, by the way, 2 optional missions, in particular if you've already used a lot of tools, because you may not have any tools left. So we can go again into here, and instead of selling, we can say buy, right? Buy tools, for example, again, 10, like if I'm below 10, is they're gonna buy to get to 10. And you just need to also go into the warehouse and say to put the tools here, okay? So that is the mission. Now, it's going to take a bit of time, to be honest, right, to do this one. As I said, we're going to jump into the future, but if it was a real game, I would just continue to expand, right? It's not like I would stop playing just because I'm building a manor house. I would take more people, increase my productions. I would probably, go into the progression and do, for example, the lumber camp improvement. Let's actually do it. So now, if I go into the lumber camp, which is, let's look at this one here, right? I go into this lumber camp, I have the edit building where I have many other things. So it is, again, the modularity. I can start adding some stuff. So some of them are decorative, right? This one is just a decoration, but it will give us some points here. And some of them actually have function or gameplay impact. For example, this snoring post will add 1 worker capacity. This wooden wagon will increase the storage. This munching post will add 2 worker capacity. So there is a lot, again, as I was saying, of improvement that we can do. So for example, let's have a small ant close to it. We're gonna put it maybe here if it fits. I think it fits. And done. There it is. We're gonna have this, and then it costs a bit of resources to be built. But as soon as it's built, we will see the impact to move from, right now we can only have 3, see only have 2, but we can have 3 to something even better. And yeah, you can see the forest is surviving nicely, I would say. Surviving nicely. Couple of new immigrants again. But yeah, let me just jump into the future when I built this manor house. Oh, it is going fast, look at this. They've definitely started already. Nice job, nice job. And it is, Casa de Gamer has been built. There's even some fire coming out of the chimney and somebody already waiting in the visitor, parking, if you wish. I love that. We're going to be able to select mandate. It's basically discussing, for example, a levy for your villagers, promoting villagers to a higher status, and then much more when we unlock a couple of other things. We can check what this person wants. So there is an isolated community of fishermen looking for a kind-hearted builder. Okay, they need help constructing a bridge. So we can either help them by giving them a builder, right? And it is influenced by the level of your builder. My best builder is level 4, so I have a 90% chance that the blueprint works, and I have 10% chance that the blueprint doesn't work that well. Or I could be paying for this, or I could say go away. I think we're gonna definitely try that one, and hopefully succeed. Hopefully succeed it is. We did succeed. We got 10 of these labor influence. We also have here another quest. The kingdom acknowledges your hard work in establishing your settlement. Thank you. It's giving us a lot of money that we can use, to expand, either buy new thing into the progression menu, because there's a lot, right? For example, new architectural things for minor house, some fortification, decorations, treasury, and much more, right? We could also use it to buy some more territories, because if we click over here, you'll see the next territory does cost 125. It's not cheap. Yeah, we can continue expanding. Like I mentioned before, you have improvements also of many of your buildings. For example, here I built a small tent, and so instead of 3 woodcutters, I can have a 4th one, right? Plus I'm getting also 1 labor splendor, which is this one here, right? And this is how you unlock this tier. To unlock this tier for labor, you need 10 prosperity, but you also need 5 labor splendor. Same for the kingdom and the clergy, etc. So yeah, this game has a lot. We can play hours and hours of this one. Here's the next mission. The elders, they're gonna want help. We have also improving our people, as I mentioned before, right? We also need to still give them access to refined food, which can be the meat, bread, or the cheese. They want also faith, right? The church, so we're going to need to build that. And of course, the church is going to be one of those modular buildings. If we want to upgrade, to the next level, it also does cost, right? And it's not available, I think, in the demo. So yeah, I think it's a good end, to this demo check. I see that the game has definitely been improved. I mean, it was already great. This is the game that inspired Manor Lord. We're talking about gridless city building, but at the same time, I think this is a lot of new stuff coming in version 1. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Smash the like button. Tell me in the comments below, what do you want to see in this new series that we're gonna start with version 1. Maybe also tell me, if you want your name in it. If you want your name in one of the villagers or a house, you put it in the comments and then we'll do it. Thank you for watching, and again, smash the like button, check in the video description below if you want to see the Steam link, and I hope to see you next time.